So some Americans woke up last week to find their water bright purple. It was originally reported as happening in West Virginia, but now people are saying it's in Ohio. Look at this. So officials told residents that this color you're seeing on the screen now, this water, it was caused by a pump malfunction and an excess amount of sodium permanganate dumped in the water. Sodium permanganate is used to remove iron and manganese from the water supply. What happens is it oxidizes it, and they turn them into larger particles that can then be filtered out. So the idea behind the chemical that was used to make it look like this originally is an idea that it actually helps purify the water, clean the water, make it drinkable. But since there was a mistake and since there was too much sodium permanganate, that's what turned it purple. Now, an officer from the water treatment plant claimed that this isn't dangerous, so don't flip out or anything. It's all good. This isn't really bad for you. But then they went on to caution the residents not to drink the water and not to bathe in the water until it was clear. So that's concerning when they hit you with, there's nothing wrong at all, man. By the way, don't you dare touch it or drink it or bathe in it. What? That's okay, then obviously something's wrong, or else you would say it's totally fine, drink it. I mean, common sense tells you don't drink the fucking bright purple water. By the way, I know it's poisoned water, but that is a beautiful color, isn't it? It's lovely. It's a lovely color right there. Anyway, I digress. But this is what's happening now, man. We are one of the richest countries in the world, and they keep, for example, increasing the military budget for no reason, because we have a military that's bigger than the next 10 biggest countries combined. We are trying to, make sure China and Russia don't get a foothold into maybe challenging us as the next world superpower. So we just go nuts, spending endless amounts of money on the military-industrial complex, doing Wall Street bailouts like crazy, having $80 billion a year in quantitative easing for big banks. The list goes on the stuff that we spend money on that we shouldn't spend money on. And every year, giant increase, even like Elizabeth Warren votes for the military increases. At the same time, our infrastructure gets a grade of D+. And you're seeing the result of that. This is the result of that. This is the result of that right here. You are seeing it. It is disgusting water that's poisoned in many places around the country, not just Flint, Michigan. There's many places that do not have clean water. It's our roads and bridges that are crumbling. It's our really shitty airports. Our airports are really terrible for the most part. It's all that stuff. Listen, if I was running for president, one of the first things I would do is I would say, we're doing a national project to make our infrastructure number one in the world. I don't just see, that's the thing. I don't just want to improve our infrastructure. I want to make us have the number one infrastructure on the planet. Because there are places that, just have high-speed rail. Japan, beautiful high-speed rail, and other places as well. And it's just beautiful airports elsewhere in the world. I don't just want to upgrade ours. I want to beat the other places. I want to have our infrastructure get a grade of A+, every aspect of it. From water lines to sewage treatment to fucking airports and bridges and roads and everything. And unfortunately, we're dragging our feet. And it's a really sad thing to watch, because you want to have this view of your country as being really great. But when you see stuff like this and you see the misplaced priorities and you see the people dying from lack of health care, it's infuriating. So, and boy, some balls on the people who said, oh yeah, there's nothing wrong with this water, but by the way, don't drink it. Just tell the truth, man. We're not idiots. We see fucking bright purple water. We know. It's not It's not like some delicious-ass Kool-Aid coming out of the sink, in which case I would drink the shit out of it. We know it's water, and we know that there's a problem with it. But, like, be honest about it. But if they can't even be honest about it, then what does that tell you about really who's fighting for you, who's working for you behind the scenes? The emperor has no clothes. It's like nobody's there looking out for you. If we have a government that's willing to go as far as saying, yeah, that bright purple water's good, just don't drink it or anything because it's really bad. But it's good, though. It's good. We live in a post-truth era, and that's never been more obvious than right now.